closer with your right hand, since you are in charge, right? So if he moved quickly there, yep, not too tight because he needs to have room to not bring his head towards you, right? But a little tighter. Oh, he's got an itch. A little tighter than how you had it. Okay. Let's put his reins on a bit. Rare, good job. Good memory. And the little pokey part is facing out. That is excellent. Okay. Good. Okay. Hold him right there. I'll get your mounting block. Good. So no leaning against him. Come and where it's safe. What if he spooked while you're leaning against him? And what are you asking him to do right now? Turn towards you, right? If you're pulling this lead rope towards you, you're asking him to turn towards you, which we don't want him to do. But we want to stand a little bit forward there so that if he got scared, he wouldn't accidentally step on you. Okay. We are in frame. Yes, we are. Let's come up just a little bit. I'm getting used to that setup. Good. Okay. Okay, hold on one sec. I'm going to take the lead rope off. So can you grab with your right hand onto the left rein? So other hand, right? Because you need that hand. Let me. Oh. Okay. What are you going to do first? Are those reins even? Good catch. Good job. Okay, those stirrups are too long. Can you bring your leg? Oh, you like to bring your leg back. I'll allow it. Okay, try that. Can you bring your heel down? You might have to go up. Let's go up one because we're going to do a little bit of 2-point. Okay, so it's 3 up. There you go. Does look even? And then can you stand up in them for me? And if we need to, we can always go shorter. Okay. Go ahead and we're going to cut the arena in half. See where the cones are? So we're not going to go past the cones. And I'm going to put you on a lunge line for most of it, I think. But you can go ahead and ask him to walk out on the rail just to start warming him up. Good. While I move the mounting block. Okay, so then you're going to turn before those cones. So what could you have done to help him make that turn? Can you think what you could have done with your body? Got to speak up a little bit. So your eyes could have looked, right? Your eyes and your belly button could have gone towards the corner to help Sky know where you wanted to turn. Since he was a little confused, he was thinking you might be using the whole arena. Good. A little more leg. And then you're going to come towards me once you get to the elephants. Good. Just more leg. And open your inside rein. Oh, he has to pee. I think he has to pee. So you're going to, can you do 2-point? It almost looks like he's trying to spread his legs out, right? So if he spreads his legs out wide like this, he has to pee and he's trying not to splash urine on himself. But he also might be, well, let's ask him to go forward. Maybe he'll pee later. No, I think he's really insisting. Yep, he is. You feel him, he's taking little steps to spread his body out. There we go. Pee break. Good job staying in 2-point. Okay. Then can you walk to next to the lunge line? And I'm going to bury this pee. Okay. So we are going to practice stopping Sky and getting him to go forward using our bodies. Okay, so stopping less with pulling back on our reins. We can use them if we need to, but we need to go through the other steps of how to stop him before we do, right? So can you tell me, oops, Skyzy, can you tell me if you were going to ask him to go forward, how you would do that? Without doing it, you're just going to describe it to me. What would your first step be?
Please.
So you could take a breath in, right, to bring your posture up before you even squeeze. So you said squeeze your legs, but could we squeeze instead? Could we squeeze our seat muscles together? Like this? If our butt squeezes, what happens? My pelvis shifts forward, right, and kind of scoops the saddle forward. So the first step would be breath in, right, nice straight posture. Hands go forward a little. Squeeze your butt to try to push that saddle forward, right? Like we're asking him to move forward. And then you're going to hug down your leg if you need to, right? Let me see you do that. So breath in. Nice. He didn't even need anything else. He just needed you to take a breath in and have straighter posture. So then if we're going to stop him, so if we were going to stop him, can you describe that to me? What would you do step by step? It's similar to asking him to go forward. We first would breathe in. We're going to go forward. So if we were going to stop him, how could we make our body get a little more relaxed? Breathe out, right? Yeah, breathe out and say whoa. And then we're going to think about your seat pockets, right? Your butt sinking down into the sand. Whoa, right? And then what will we do if none of that worked?
Use the reins to pull back.
Use the reins to pull back, yeah. Okay, so we're going to practice those starts and stops. So whenever you're ready, let me see you have him walk forward. Good. So breath in, right? Posture straight, hands forward. Good. And then you would squeeze down your leg. Oops, I hope I didn't forget where the camera was and we weren't in frame. We'll see. I can't see, so we're going to guess. Hopefully we were in frame. Okay. Good. When you get next to that orange cone, can you stop him? And pull back. He didn't listen. Good. Okay, so we're gonna try to clean that up a little bit because he just doesn't want to stop today. So whoa, with a breath out, whoa, body sink down into the saddle, right? And then pull back if you need to. Okay, that's going to give him a little bit more of a clue because I don't know that you breathed out, and I think that he was kind of surprised. You said whoa, and then pulled back. So let's try it again. So you're going to do breath in, nice straight posture, reins forward, squeeze your glutes together, and then both legs will squeeze against him if you need to. Okay. We're going to stop when we get next to that same cone. So you're going to think about saying whoa and breathing out, and then pulling back as much as you need. He's still rushing. So the next time I'm going to go with you. Pull up on those reins. Good. Okay, let's go forward. Good. Breath in. That was better. That was lighter. Okay. We're going to stop Sky when we get to the cone, right? So you're going to do it by yourself, and I'm going to assist you just if you need. And then we're going to back him up 3 steps so that he takes us a little more seriously. Okay? Whoa. Much better. Okay, now we're going to pull back towards your hips. We're going to back him up 3 steps. You tell me when we're going to stop. Was that 3? So you got to say stop. Was it 5? Well, good. He's an overachiever. Okay, let's change directions. So what would we start with if we were going to change directions? Good job. Eyes, belly button. Those shoulders, though, are going to stay level. Those look nice, not like they're leaning into the turn. Okay, then a little bit of a squeeze and open that rein if you need to. Here we go. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go around and we're going to stop by that cone. The cone that is right there that we've been stopping at. Same cone. Did I point at the wall? Oh. That was a really good stop. Very good. Okay. And then let's ask him whenever you're ready to go forward. Good. He's smart. He's like, you mean back up? Because that's what we did last time. He remembers that pattern. Can you bring your heels down for me? Here. Good. Okay, we're going to do one more stop. Then we're going to practice some 2-point. So right here next to the cone. Whoa. Really good stop. Did you breathe out? Yeah? Good. Who's listening? I didn't hear you say whoa that time. So when you breathe out, you're going to say whoa. Okay. You what? We still want to use that cue, right? Because we want to reinforce that when we say whoa, we mean stop. So every time that he stops, you're training him, right? You're training him on what that means, how people are going to tell him to stop. So if you don't say it, or you only say it sometimes and you're not consistent, he could get confused, right? So we want to ask him the same way all the time. Especially when he does a good stop, we want to be saying whoa so that he associates that nice stop with saying whoa. All right, whenever you're ready, you'll ask him to go forward. Good. And then you're going to think about your heels coming underneath your hips. Good. So we're scooting your seat to the back of the saddle, but we're going to make sure that those feet come up underneath you. So let's stop him again. What should I hear? Good. Very nice. We are going to move this. Good. We're going to do the other side. Looks good. And then can I see you 2-point at the halt? I think we are going to bring those stirrups up a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's try that instead. You hear his stomach rumble? It was loud.
What time is he supposed to be eating?
Usually we feed them at 6. He eats at 6. We feed at 6, at 12, and at 6 again.
6 in the morning is breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
12 is lunch, and then 6 is dinner.
Mm-hmm. And I think they're all getting ready for dinner, right? They know it. They know we're close to 6. Go see how Scarlett's walking around. They're ready. They're ready for it. I think it's almost 5. Yeah. You do. That won't stop them from getting ready, especially if they hear the feed cart. That's someone's car, but if they hear the feed cart, they're like, hey, you could feed early. We won't mind. Okay, with our new shortened stirrups, let's try 2-point. Go ahead and stand up into 2-point. Good job. And you started to bend your knee. That was really good before I even had to tell you. Okay. Do those stirrups need to go back a little bit? Looks really good. What about your reins? Do you think you need to shorten them? Yep. So next time to prepare for 2-point, what could you do first? Shorten your reins. Yep. Shorten your reins so that you can bring your hands forward, right? And they're not too long. Okay. Can you ask him to go forward, even in just while you stay in 2-point? He's distracted. See, he's looking at the feed cart. I'll help you. Okay, bend those knees a little bit more. And then where are your eyes going to look? Up and to the right. Good job getting right back up. Bless you. Uh-oh, it's that horsehair catching up to us. Good. Bend those knees just a little bit more. Excellent. Okay, sit down and take a break. Ooh, he thought you meant stop. So what can you do to ask him to go forward? Yeah. And I would make those reins just a little bit longer since we aren't in 2-point. So your hands can go forward just a little bit. Okay, whenever you're ready, back into 2-point, we'll do a lap. Good. Bending a little bit more at the knee. No. Careful those feet aren't going too far forward. Right there, heel has to stay underneath your hip. Good. And then we're gonna sit. Good. Nice, gentle sit. That was nice. Okay, can you change directions for me? So, eyes first, right? Good job paying attention to those shoulders, not falling into your turn. Okay, whenever you're ready, you're going to shorten your reins and then go into 2-point. We can if I take your reins off. Good. Drop your hands a little. Let me see what, oh my goodness. Actually, we're not going to have time today because we are already out of time. So he'll have no time to cool down if we pull up on those reins. Skyzy, that's not very nice. We'll have no time to cool him down. So we are not going to canter today. No loping today. Good. Bend that knee a little bit more. Good job. Very good. Okay, we're going to do one more lap and then we're going to dismount. Good. Okay, and sit. What can your reins do now? Go forward a little bit, right? Or lengthen. Can you slow his walk down a little bit? That's a little bit fast. Good. Okay, and now stop. And what happened? Let's ask him to keep walking out. We're going to ask him to keep going. So what happened there? You said whoa, right? You breathed out, you said whoa, and then nothing happened. So what would have been the next step? Pull back on the reins. Okay, so this time when you try it, let's see you follow through and get him to go to a complete stop. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, and pull back. Good. Okay. I'm going to take you off of the lunge line to dismount. Okay, so hold on to those reins. I would not let those reins go because you're totally in charge now, right? A rein in each hand. And then can we, oh, you're dismounting already. Can we turn towards the camera so that I can film how you dismount? So a rein in each hand and we're going to turn him around. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay. Good. And whoa. Nice. Okay. Good. All the way. Good job.